I had a lesson with an 89-year-old girl. You see that on the... It's crazy.
What did he already have a license or?
Yeah, he did, but it got taken away. I don't know, him and I don't really know why.
Yeah.
Or at least getting the exact message. Oh yeah, that is, yeah.
Oh.
He's such a lovely guy. So he has been driving since he was 10. And he was 90 today. No, what day is it? No, 90 yesterday. Do you want one of these, by the way?
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Then. Thanks. No way.
So yeah, he's been driving 80 years. And then he just had his license taken because he was in an accident.
Because of his age.
No, he was in he got into an accident and then he went to like an optician or a memory test something, and then he said somebody's reported me somewhere down the line for not being fit to drive. So now he's got to take an assessment and he's basically looking for an instructor to help him do that. So I feel like I'm on a journey with him to try and get him back up to, because he said like, felt like my legs were taken away from me because he can't really walk that well. He's like walking stick, and
that's the same as my grandpa. He's like 85, I think.
Yeah.
And if he stopped driving, I think they'd feel completely stuck.
Yeah. I just realised I just did it on Livestream. Just say.
Somehow I doubt he's watching.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Chalky. This one's for you. Yeah, no, but he's lovely. Just need to try and help him get to the. So
you're allowed. He can try again.
Yeah, so he has L plates. He's literally a learner. It's really strange.
But they'll give you your license back if you pass the test again. Oh, okay.
But I don't know if it's exactly the same test as a driving test. Yeah, it's strange. It's like he has a provisional license now, so he has just got learner plates.
What? So someone has to have reported him?
Yeah, that's what he said. So, and because he was talking something about like he went for like a memory test and he got. But I honestly have no idea.
Do you have to have a really good memory to be able to?
No, I don't know if it was linked to that, but that's what he brought that up twice when we talked about it, about this, you know, and you got a score of 85 or something like that. But I don't know what it means. It's just there's just pieces of information I'm getting that don't know exactly.
They probably don't tell him. I feel like it's probably like, oh, you have to go and do this, and then they don't really tell you what's going on.
I know that instead of the provisional license that everyone else shows me, he just came to me with like a folder of all of the things. I was like, I believe you. I'm just gonna put the LPs on and just back on. Yeah, so yeah.
Were you doing it in his car then, or?
I was doing it in my wife's car. I've put that's why I went to Southampton again, because he wants to do it in automatic.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense. Like,
yeah.
I don't think at 90. I mean, I guess manual, but he told me a story that he used to when he was 10, he was literally driving lorries, and him and his dad and a couple of his dad's mates would like go down and clear up when bombs hit. He would be driving the lorry and they'd be putting all the rubble into the back. Like, I was like, not while they were hitting.
But
after, like just the aftermath. Yeah, and I was like, what? And then apparently he said like they were like, I didn't know you were bloody driving. Like, they're just like annoyed. They were like, what? We've been driven by a kid. I didn't realise that. But yeah, he has some great stories.
It's like when you have like kids that live on farms and stuff, and they just learn how to drive.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Cool. Should we go again?
Yeah.
So, I think a good target would be every time you get to, like, imagine we were coming out of this little road here. Every time we get to a road like that, a T-junction, you are you're going at a speed in which you can enter it safely or stop if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
And like we said, mechanically, gears might need to change.
Yep.
But that's not the main thing. The main thing is safety of the actual car. No one from the outside is seeing what gear you're in. And, That's
okay.
an us problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah? Cool. I might even put it on a note, a post-it, so we can remember.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
So prepare, observe, move is the thing that I was taught as an instructor, but one of the things I've been thinking about recently is ready, check, go. I don't know. But I don't know which one's
ready. So you get the car ready.
Yeah.
Bit of gas. Check the surroundings. And then I can go.
Yeah.
Will I indicate?
So right now.
Oh, there is someone just turning in.
Cool, and there's someone up there as well. So if there's someone from behind us, that's coming this way, and we can't go, then I wouldn't be signalling because we're not going to go.
Right.
Does that make sense? If there was someone like down here that isn't really going to affect whether or not we go or not, but it might be nice to tell them. Yeah. Then I would signal. But if it's up there, then we're like, actually, I'm not even going to go, so there's no point signalling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. They turned in anyway, so I think I'm good to go.
Cool. So I'm gonna say ready to go, like so for coming up to the junction.
Is this?
So who's gonna cross into whose path?
They would cross into my path.
Cool. Oh, it's just parking up. I think. Or yeah, he's just parking. Give him the wave anyway. Happy to stop. So at the end of the road we're going to turn left. Our target is we want to be ready to go, but also happy to stop.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be surprised by either one. I'm not going to be surprised by the open road. Nice. So you hear that shaking?
Yeah, it's because I was. Was that because I was in second?
Yeah.
But going slowly.
Yeah. You were like heading into. So either speed wants to be a little bit higher, or popping it into the. But that was good though. It didn't feel like we were surprised that the road was now opened up.
Yeah.
Because what you'll find some people is like they're presuming they're always going to be able to go.
Yeah.
And then it's dodgy.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you get other people that are always presuming they're going to stop. And that might also be dodgy because if you think, oh, I'm probably just going to stop here, and then at the last minute you're like, oh, I can go. You're like,
yeah.
Trying to.
Oh, so this is the school, so
Yep.
20.
I didn't even see, to be honest, but it's 20 when it's showing, I think. I think it says that. I didn't even catch. So the mini roundabout will turn left.
Oh. Eek.
Cool. We'll take the next left and then we can talk about it on that little stretch there.
Is this a left? Is it? No,
So
that's
yeah, just where those
drive.
two road signs are. Yeah.
Okay.
Little wave there. Nod for respect. Yeah. It's a strange place to park, to be honest. It's a man. So firstly, with the mini roundabout thing, good job for getting down into first.
Yeah, a bit late though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think when you did it was fine, but as that clutch goes down, nothing's in control of the wheels anymore. So
okay.
we were connected, so the car had a little bit of, do you remember when you took your foot off and you just were trying to let the car roll into stop and it just carried on going?
Yeah.
So that's because there was some power that was just constantly in the wheels.
Yeah.
As soon as you put that clutch down, we've got no power, and
so
we're not choosing.
Not in control then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you do that, if you're slowing down, keep the slowing down. So with the brake.
Okay, so when I'm coming up to a junction or a roundabout or something, to slow down, I always want to use the brake.
Yep. So the brake is changing the wheel speed.
Yeah.
And then at some point, the engine's not happy with that speed.
Yeah.
In the gear, so you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to just letting go of the accelerator, or.
Yeah. So as which bit as opposed to what? Sorry.
So like, if I want to, is it enough to just like let go of the
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Do you always have to use
cool.
the brake?
So we're in second gear right now. So if you come off the gas, let's just see what happens to the car. So it just, we'll put the back on because there's a car behind now. But next road, it returns back to its the lowest speed it can go. Okay. Which is usually like 10 miles an hour, 8 or 9, something like that. Oh, that's indicating left at that junction. So we'll put a left signal on just to, and then check there, just slowly drift out.
Are we going left?
Yeah, we'll go left, yeah. It's just a strange place to park and to keep the signal on. It's just deceptive. Okay, so if we quickly put up on the left here, so check behind, little left check. Yeah. Yep, just let them know. Clutch. Yep, cool. Now we'll just get on, crack on. Just doing that so that we didn't have them stuck behind us.
So you don't need to do the checks.
Cool, yeah, nice. Where would you say the two main places for the hazardous kind of, the things that are a bit dodgy for us?
Right now?
Yep.
What's coming up front in front of that van. And round the corner behind.
Yep. So they're just the two things we want to be kind of almost right till the end, making sure we're happy with both of them. Could even put a signal on the ones that like where we're not 100% sure. Yeah. So that the moment someone comes into shot,
they know what I'm doing. Okay.
Before you even had to spot them to tell them. Cool. So if we come off the gas now, so we're in first gear, and it's returning down to its lowest speed that it can go, which is usually like 5 miles an hour, something like that.
Oh, but it's just going.
Yeah, because it's that power. It's like you've got a little bit of power in the wheels. Like this spinning at 1,000 is now connected. So now that means when you directly press it up, the accelerator, we speed up.
Oh, okay.
But if you start braking, it will start slowing the engine down.
Yeah. Oh.
To the point where it's not happy. Cool. So if we put it into neutral,
so in order to stop it from doing that, when you
so engine on, we'll try and get out of this situation before. Yeah. So if you engine on, first gear, and crack on. Sorry, yeah, what were we saying?
So in order to, like where I was braking there, and then it just shudders to a stop. Is that because I didn't go on the clutch? Yeah, so the
brakes are slowing the wheels down, which is now, it's kind of like, you know when on a pirate ship, it's gonna the crewmates take over, so left here, they call them it's like, until this stage, the engine's been the thing controlling us. Yeah. Has been the leader. That's interesting. Yeah, good point. That's good. Maybe first gear. A little bit of gas, because I think it's just going to come into this, so we'll go for that little gap now. Yeah, so you got the captain of the ship has been the engine, and it's the thing that's choosing our speed. You know, you put it on, you take it off, it's all here. But then as you start to slow and you get to the end of what that gear, suddenly the brakes start having an influence over the engine, and like, you know, we're affecting it now. So
control the car. Yeah.
To the point where the engine has to cut out because you start forcing the engine to do something. So if we put that analogy into this, so if we slow down roughly around this lamppost, we'll check behind to make sure we're all good, and then you start braking a little bit, just gradually, so you can sense it. Now the wheels are connected to the engine, and then
so that's what's stalling. That's stalling.
That's one way to stall.
Okay.
So if you pop it into neutral or first gear, and we just crack on. So engine on. Cool. And then another way to stall is if you bring the let's nudge over to the left a little bit. Cool. Yeah, so as we're slowing now, the engine isn't going to be influenced by the wheels slowing down.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Should crack on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to say another way to stall is if like the clutch coming up too quickly. But we can talk about that as and when it happens rather than... Nice bit of gas on that move off. Okay. So that's how we're playing it now, is it? Cool, even like here, it's probably really definitely going to be the ones that go through.
Yeah.
But a little mirror check coming up to sketchy moments like that is...
to make sure that if I have to stop...
If they do something weird, they don't see you, the sun's in their eyes, whatever, like, at least we can stop ourselves safely, like...
And what would happen if there was something behind me, and then I didn't feel like I would be able to stop myself safely?
Yeah. So at the end of the road, we'll turn left. So the moment you check the mirror, I'll let you do this turn first. So like for this car, for example, the earlier you check the mirror now, the more time you have to decide. If you realise that guy is literally so close to me, I'm going to have to start braking a tiny bit, get my brake lights on, tell him that I'm slowing down. So here, for example, like slowing down early enough, telling them early enough. If someone is that close behind you and you can't stop for the thing you're going to hit here, or they're going to hit you and you can't, like, I would say that probably we could have found that out about that guy sooner.
Yeah, they would have been behind me for a while.
Yeah, so let's take this guy for example. He's at a reasonable distance, so it's not too bad, but if he was at like half that distance, we might need to ease off a little bit.
Yeah.
So in normal driving, in normal weather, you usually want to be 2 seconds behind the person in front of you at a minimum, so nothing closer than that. Which is usually what people feel like they are in control of. So like if someone's like in front of us, we can just ease off a little bit. The thing that people get a bit weird about, nice, good decision, is how do I seconds, and with that you can just slow it down a bit. And
slow myself down, and then they will,
and it will be 2 seconds. Even if he still stays that close, we're just going to keep going. I wouldn't slam your brakes on just to make sure he's done. But you can have a little bit of choice. So it's like you got 2 seconds in front, but you've also managed to create 2 seconds behind you if something like that's happening. So at the end of the road, we'll turn left. So, good question.
I'm not in first gear.
No, you're good. Yeah, you are. The clutch was just, you know that awkward silence of just it's just coming up and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
It was down there while the gas was like, yeah, we're good to go. And
so the
was like, where are we? Like, still no connection, but we're trying to increase that to get us moving rather than bring the two together.
Right. So the clutch wasn't high up enough.
Yep.
But they're pulling out.
Cool. Nice. Do you remember about these zones and changing into gears too early? I feel like we were still in the second zone when you put in, you were like preempting.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of left with the clutch down as we were creeping in.
Trying to do too many things.
So just that speed for that one.
Okay.
So we try that on this. Let's see where this guy's going. Brilliant. That's fine. Nice. Thank you. Good job. So we'll take the next road on the left.
So cool. I'm probably fine to just stay.
Yeah, so you choose a speed. So if this speed feels alright. Yeah. Nice. Cool. And then we'll take the next road on the left. So 10 meters from a junction is where you shouldn't be parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and right then you just realised why that's a rule.
Yeah, because if someone was coming this way, they wouldn't.
Yeah. And then you have to stop.
Yeah.
Like, and then someone behind you that's turning in doesn't see that you're there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like messy. Cool. How would you feel about the target of trying to keep 1 meter from the curb when we turn left, so we don't cross into the other team's lane?
1 meter when we turn left.
Yeah. So if we tuck in.
How far am I like now?
About here, like this kind of distance.
Okay.
So if you pull in a bit, this will look wider. Do you see that? And then as you come out, it will look closer in a weird way, like the gap between the car and the curb.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So basically, don't look at that because it's a mess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So looking out here is a nice
Yeah.
That's. So see where the curb's kind of, where you can see the last bit of the curb. Actually, we'll turn left. Yeah. So when that curb starts dropping, that's when we start shifting the wheels around. Nice. Yeah. Disgruntled at the gear choice or something like that? Or
I didn't know what gear I was in.
Okay.
Because I felt like the engine was like not.
Yeah, it's kind of just floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So on this one, we drifted out a little bit again.
Okay. I think in my head I'm a lot closer.
Okay, cool.
On the left.
All right.
Than I potentially actually am, because I feel like I'm gonna mount the curb.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Nice. Well, let's try and dispel that feeling so that you can not. One of the things you can do is, so see this dashed line on the right, on the floor.
Yeah.
Get yourself kind of like walking alongside it. So if we shift over a little bit to the right, almost like you're walking next to the white line.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like me, where I'm
Yeah,
sat
like
here.
literally you. Yeah.
Okay.
And when we go around this next left turn, we want you to be walking alongside it.
Oh.
That's
it's
fine.
a bit premature. I thought it was there.
That's alright. Cool. So you're going slow enough, so a little bit slower, so that you can walk alongside that line. Yeah. So tuck it in, and now you're trying to walk alongside it. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a bit better?
Yeah, it's nice. And we'll go left again.
Is there a person? No.
Good question though, because that boot wasn't open on the first lap run. So what I want you to do for the next time we go around, when we get to the end, when we get to the end of the road, what I want you to do is, while you're looking to the left and right, sometimes we're missing the curb as it opens up. Right. So almost like you're imagining where the curb would be hypothetically, but not taking it in. So when we get up to the end here, I want you to go slow enough that you can still get into that 1 meter. Okay. And then once you feel like you're in, and then it's like, yeah, cool, now we're...
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So just adding in a little bit of a left check as well as the focus on, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite a weird thing to gauge when you first start driving.
Yeah.
Like the spatial awareness.
So we're aiming for that corner.
Oh.
Cool. So we can add the two things together. This ready to go but happy to stop. So like yeah, it was more kind of just want to go or just expecting or something like that. But yeah, so that's a perfect example. So we want to be able to do this, and so we're happy to stop in the best position. Yeah. Also, can we go?
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So do you wanna, you can either keep it in first and just turn the engine on with the clutch down, and nothing's connected then. So if you turn that steering wheel, so we're kind of in a little bit. So see that curve there?
Okay.
Oh, live. Oh, hopefully no one's watching.
Only the live stream.
Yeah, we'll see. If there's enough people on there that I get cancelled for opening the door, then I've made it. I can rest easy. So we'll turn left again. So see where that curb's going? Yeah. Yeah. So we'll start shuffling now. Yeah, focus on that, and now we're starting to look. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and we're in our lane. Okay. Really good. Nice.
Okay.
Well, for all of you haters out there, me opening the door, must have added to that. As soon as I did it, I was like,
trying to abandon shit.
See ya. Yeah, but so which bit of what just happened, because you did it really well then, did anything click a little bit?
Probably just doing it a bit more slowly.
Yep.
Feeling more ready to stop.
Yeah. Cool.
I think I'm not as ready to stop if I'm like in second or going a bit faster.
Yep. That's actually true for a lot of people, that they'd rather not stop and have to change gear and do all that thing.
Yeah.
It's like second just feels like less stress, less.
Yeah.
Cool. So we know it's kind of possible. We just got to go a little bit slower to make sure we're good for it. Like right a little bit. Nice.
Like how far away am I from the curb now?
Good question. I can't tell you it in exacts, but we can go measure it. Not right now. I'm not going to open the door again. Nice. So let's go. We'll use this road, so we'll park up somewhere basically. Okay. And what I want you to do, even on this straight, you see where that curb is. If you follow your eyes, where the curb vanishes, it's going to be at a certain point around here. So we can use that to, as we go closer in, it kind of slides up a little bit. Or if we go really far away.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So you can use that.
So it's like where it sits on the dashboard.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So if we, so now for example, if we stay on this side of the road, how far it is away.
Yeah, it's all the way over.
Yeah, and now we slide across. Yeah, and it's starting to come across again. And then it'll get a little bit more across. Yeah, about here. Straighten up. So this is probably the closest we want to get.
So it's kind of like, for me, it's in line with...
Go and tuck us in. We'll go a little bit closer. Yeah, about here. Yeah. We don't really want to go any closer than this. Yeah, and we could park up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good way to work out like.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense actually, so that's kind of...
Cool, so we've got a car behind now, so we'll pick it up a little bit. Nice though, yeah? A little bit of a penny drop thing, useful skill thing.
Because I can tell now that I'm actually quite relatively far away from the curb.
Cool, so we'll turn left again. We're ready to go, but we're also happy if we need to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going to be surprised. Cool. Distance from this curb, how would you describe it? Do you know?
A bit far.
Cool. So what do you think was the reason why?
Should I start turning a bit late?
Yeah, could be. So we'll take the next road on the left. I think that's a symptom. We're trying to look for the real core reason. So for this one, do we stay 1 meter and what's the difference? Oh, you really don't want to go into first, do you?
I forget what gear I'm in.
Okay, cool. But the car is saying at least go down 1.
So the problem is, like, I feel like if I had...
Let's just go for it now.
If just then, if I had gone down into first, I would have felt like less in control of the car.
At the moment you changed?
At the moment I changed, and so while that other car was like right by me, so then in my head it's like, well, I don't want to do that while there's another car right by me.
Okay, yeah, cool, yep. If we flipped that a little bit, so if we're not at the right speed, like if we're not at the safest, best speed for that moment, that is also going to be it's going to put us in like a, so in that, it felt like we were kind of like, I really hope this guy goes. Which you don't want to be heading into that. Or it's like on like a reactive, right on the edge of what you're capable of. So what we can do with that is get used to slowing down. We'll find on that stretch of road, we'll slow down, point off. I'm going to have to change gear, and now we'll move off again whilst on the move rather than coming to a stop.
Okay,
yeah. So to kind of like simulate those moments where it's like, oh, I need to. And it will really help for junctions as well. So this will take the left. Oh, we can even practice it on this one. So if you slow it down a little bit.
With the brake?
Yeah. And then about now we put it into first gear. Keep braking. Yeah. And now off the brake. Ooh. Yep. And now we can move off. So bring it around. Cool. And then we'll go up in second gear. Here's a perfect example. So slowing down with the brake. You're lucky. Cool. So by this lamppost we'll slow down. So check it behind. Yeah, slowing down with the brake. Yeah, that's fine. Still brake. Clutch goes down. First gear, off the brake. Yep. And then we'll move off.
So if
So the speed at which you slow down at, we want to go probably not that slow. We just want to be slow enough to get out of second.
Okay.
So we're kind of dancing around like the 5 miles an hour or something like that.
So should I go into second and then do that again?
Yeah. So if we take the next road on the left. Cool, and you don't want to be crossing that line. You want to be nice. Is that a useful kind of measure, like you with the line, or this thing, the curb thing?
The curb thing.
You're finding that?
I think that's the one. That's the one for me. Yeah.
Nice. Happy
because
days.
That's kind of like doesn't change in a way.
Yeah.
That
one. I mean, like coming into a new road, there might not be lines. There might be all sorts of weirdness.
With
Right. So if we start slowing down a little bit.
the
Yeah, as if we were coming up to a junction, we're checking if we can go or not. And then it's like,
so
still not sure.
Yeah.
And now, oh, we can go. What do we do?
Move off.
Yep.
There's a car coming.
Cool, it's fine. A little bit of gas.
See, it's weird because it kind of feels like my foot is on the gas and then it turns out it's not.
Yeah. The amount of times I've heard that. Especially on the moving off, it's like,
yeah.
What went wrong there? It's just like, well, I had the gas on
there. It was on there.
Well, okay, so you can put some pressure on without the, so we're gonna go slow enough we can see if it's safe or not. So do you think this is good speed? Do you think we need to go slow? Is this alright?
I think this is alright.
Cool. A little bit of gas. Nice. Clean.
And now this car is gonna...
We're not sure, but we'll check behind. Yeah, nice. Cool. And then we'll...
check behind, because there's this one coming.
Yeah, nice. So when there's stuff like that happening, imagine it was on the other side, so like we had cars stacked along and we'd already committed. Checking behind is great, and then looking for where could I pull in.
Yeah.
Right, should we get out of this area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Start putting this into other places. Yeah.
Sure.
So at the end of the road, we're going to turn right. Yep.
Looks good.
Cool. It was quick off the clutch, but it was also quick to go into first. So
I was still going.
So we were still in this second zone. Yeah.
Okay.
So then when you pulled it up, the car went, oh.
Okay.
Going down here.
Because I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it when I'm right up there, so I'll just do it here. But yeah. Okay.
So if we, in another scenario, imagine we stayed in second and we were happy in second, the car didn't say to change, and then we were like, oh, we can go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So at the mini roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay, so I'm going to slow down a bit in second.
Yep. So we're happy to stop if we need to.
Yeah.
And we're not sure really if we need to right now. Maybe first gear might be better.
I think I'm okay.
Cool. Nice. Cool. And then at this roundabout, we're going to follow the road ahead.
Okay. So slowing down a bit. They're going straight ahead, so I'm
potentially
okay.
Yeah. Potentially.
But they could have not. Yeah.
So either before they get to the roundabout, we crack on.
Yeah.
Or just after they've kind of showed us with their body language they're off this side. If you do it right at that perfect middle zone, it's not ideal.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it could be anyone. So this is a nice little mirror check to see the distance between us and the person behind.
Quite close.
Yeah, it just gives you a heads up. Imagine you tried thinking, oh, I need to increase the distance, so I'll speed up. What's the problem with doing that?
They're going to speed up as well.
And the gap just got the same distance, and then you're just 10 miles an hour faster, and you're like, oh, this is even more sketchy now. So that's a good mirror check time, seeing that hazard lights, people overtaking. Cool, is that alright?
Yeah.
Cool, nice.
Oh, they had their hazards on. Okay.
And even if it was a right turn, they'd be cutting in front of us.
Right.
So this is still our... So these pedestrian crossing, we just want to slow it down a little bit here. For things like that. Okay.
Oh.
You just cross on there, fair enough. Cool. So we can go now. Oh. That's all right. Cool. Just gas it. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Cool. So that is a bit of a dodgy, like on a bend.
Yeah.
Who knows who's coming around that corner? Especially a cyclist that doesn't just slowly appear; they just appear.
Yeah.
I think he would have been all right if you'd have started to go and then he turned up. It's like you can't help that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was.
But yeah, the double check, as in literally the double check.
Okay.
Not double check. I guess that's why they say double check. Yeah. Interesting. Cool. So just like putting some roundabout stuff in.
Okay.
It's really what we've been doing. It's just checking behind before we slow down, and we're happy, ready to go if need be, but also happy to stop. So 50-50.
Okay, so am I going straight on?
We're just going straight. Cool, so maybe first gear now. Nice, and then crack on. Gas. Cool. Yeah, so that kind of, as he was going super slow around there, if we'd have stayed in second, which we haven't done too much in terms of testing out gears, but if you stay in too high a gear, you have no like acceleration. It's very like loose, and, which is why you try and get in the best one possible. So speed first before that clutch. Yeah. So because at the moment, if you come off the brake, we've got nothing controlling the wheels. Right. It's just gravity. So it's just you. You and the engine are all controlling, braking, that's all good.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be any point trying to get around this guy.
No.
Cool, so we can check behind, just in case there's anyone trying, like any motorbikes or something, a bit of gas.
Ooh.
Spicy. Stuff like that is a little mirror check. You don't have to stop to let them cross because it'll be a bit, it might make them awkwardly. Yeah. But it's nice to know. If they do, we know. So at the roundabout, we're going to turn left. Now this one is quite a blind one, so I want you to bear that in mind. So we're happy if we need to stop.
I'm going to control my speed first.
Love it.
And then I'm going to go into first.
Cool. Cool, nice. Feeling a bit better?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's getting to grips with like making sure that I'm not just going to come to an abrupt stop, but that if I have to, like I can do it without stalling.
Yeah, yep. So we want to be not surprised by either eventuality. Yeah. If there's no one there, we're not surprised. We're like, oh, what? I could have gone. Or if there is someone there, or whatever. My brain has just gone. Am I left? What have I said? Anyway, we'll take the next road on the right.
Okay, so again, I'm going to slow down.
Yeah, and then the position for this one is going to be to the edge of our lane.
Yeah, okay. So they're turning in.
Yeah, so we can go a little bit closer.
I'm going to first.
So we're going to the halfway. So like, see where that lane's split.
Yeah.
So we keep going closer. Straight. If we go a little bit forward. So if we can't, I'll just show you. Okay, so like, see where that white line is in line with your door mirror. Now we can turn.
Okay.
Yep. So a bit of gas. Yeah. So we've never cut into the other person's lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Which is what you have been doing naturally in the other places.
Yeah.
But while we had to stop there, it was kind of like, oh, where would where do I stop? So yeah, for left turns, you do the 1 meter.
They're letting me pass.
Yep. They're telling you and everybody else they're planning to go around.
Okay.
But their body language has come to a stop. So. You know what I mean by body language? Car body language. Yeah. So, the communication that the car is telling us, which is actually linked to that position that we were just talking about. So we turn right here. Yeah. So our shifting to the right side of the road is more communication to people. Nice. Same way when we come to the edge of a road and we shift over to the left, tuck in the corner, it tells people more information about what our plans are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and stay quiet.
Okay.
10 minutes. And just give you the directions. Okay. And this stuff on you, see if you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So at the end of the road, we're going to turn left.
Took me a minute to figure out which way is
when the
left.
finger hovers underneath it, I'm like, okay. I'm getting quiet.
Can definitely go.
I'm definitely blinded. This is why instructors should have sunglasses on them at all times. And generally, when you're driving as well, like it's good to have, because sometimes it's like I literally can't see.
In the morning, sometimes, like especially if the car's a bit frosty.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah. The weird kind of glare. Sometimes rain can make the roads look so shiny. Anyway, I lasted 10 seconds. I'm not talking. I'm not going to talk for 10 minutes. Yeah, I need sunglasses. Actually, we're going to come up to a bigger roundabout now, so I probably will talk a little bit.
Okay.
Change my mind on the silence.
Okay.
It's just hit some roundabouts. So there is going to be a roundabout coming up. We're going to turn left at it. I think it's going to split into 2 lanes. Which lane do you think we're going to go for?
The left lane.
Nice. So not yet, because why?
Oh, because there's a turning.
Nice. Cool. But we will check behind now. So this way, and now we can put the signal on.
Yeah.
And now we're basically looking to see, can we go? And we can use our speed to help that.
No.
Cool. So
I'm going to go into first and stop.
Yep. So we might put a little bit of gas on now, so that, so put the gas on. Yeah, now you can feel a little bit more ready.
Yeah. So
when the clutch starts to creep up. So if we start creeping forward a little bit. So with that perch. Yeah. Now we'll stop, Little roll back there. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
if
the car behind's really close.
Yeah. So if we put the handbrake up, and we'll do that same thing we did earlier with the hill. So handbrake up, Now the hold it there, the clutch. A little bit lower. Yeah. So when this guy goes past, so a bit of gas, handbrake off. Yep. Hey, nice. Guys, we think we're trying to race him. Cool. Good job. Roundabout and a hill start all at the same time. So in the driving test, you being able to use the handbrake to prevent you from rolling backwards or forwards is a good thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
can talk about that in a sec.
Yeah.
So at the roundabout, we're going to turn right. So check it behind.
That means I want to be going
here. Nice. And now we're looking up now to see, can we go?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Wait till this body language. Yep, cool. Nice. And then we're going to keep around this, hug the curb.
Here, am I going?
Oh, sorry. Keep going around. Yep. And then check this side. And we put a signal on there to tell that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Good time for a little debrief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you see that the stick on the right? That's like the other indicator.
Yeah.
There's a little twisty thing at the end. If you want to twist it all the way away from you. Yeah, nice. Yep. Cool. And then if you push it up one. Yep. And then twist it. Left, right, left, right.
Wait, twist it towards me.
Towards you, I think, yeah. Cool. Nice. So it just cleaned it, but it doesn't need to be constantly wiping. Yeah, it's just getting a little bit misty at the back there. So somewhere on this road, I would like you to find somewhere safe to pull up on the left.
Okay.
Yep, so up to you where you think is a safe place to park.
Okay.
Right. Cool. Which one? Safe place to park. Let's go with that, just because that's the reverse. What are the things that weigh up whether or not something's a safe place to park?
A bit too close to the junction.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really it, to be honest, here.
And then, yeah.
For this specific one, other things that help kind of weigh up? Not for this one, but like generally when you're deciding where to park.
Distance from other cars, obviously. I mean, it's a bit
Okay.
obvious.
Okay, yeah.
If there was a car parked on the other side.
Yeah, nice. What about
someone's drive?
Yeah, this isn't one, but I don't really know what you call that.
Yeah.
There's no drop curb here. Yeah, that's probably the other thing. So there's the pavement.
Okay.
There was a little nudge of it right at the end. Do you know where you were looking when you were working out how close to get? Yep. And do you remember that causes
problems?
Just a mess of things, yeah. Because the closer you get, the wider that angle is. So you're like, oh, I'm so far away. And it's like, you go closer and you're like, oh, I'm going further away. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which leads us to the closest we've ever been to the curb today. So yeah, just quite an interesting, like, just seeing you kind of like, oh yeah. Cool. Roundabouts that we just done. How did they feel?
They felt okay. I'm glad that we'd done a bit of practice on the slowing and then going stuff. I think I just need to become more familiar with who's coming from where and what's going on while I'm on the roundabout.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I can like anticipate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you understand of like who should do what or what should happen at a roundabout right now? So we're at a roundabout here. Oh, you want to flick the engine off? So we're at a roundabout, like the same one we had when we had to do the hill start thing. Here, there's a road coming from there. There's a road there, and there's one over there that we can't really see that well.
Well, you give way. If they're coming straight across, that's their right of way, right? No.
I guess you could say the same thing about us. If we're going straight across, could we just cut straight through?
Oh yeah, anyone's going straight across.
Yeah.
Depends on.
Yep.
You give way to the right.
Mhm.
So if the roundabout's here and I want to be turning left, but there's someone coming from the right, then it's their right of way. So I have to let them go. But if there's someone trying to pull out from there, then they should let me go.
Yep. So they shouldn't, like, if we're driving, they won't like pull out in front of us or something like that. One of the things that I have found to be kind of useful is, like, when you're coming up to roundabout, if I go, am I going to cause anyone else to slow down with what they're doing? Like, is the gap that I've chosen enough that no one's going to bat an eyelid?
Okay.
It seems to work.
Yeah.
Because then it's like,
it won't have knock-on effects.
Yeah, even the guy that's coming in here and he's like halfway around the roundabout, if I go,
I'm not going to affect
him. Okay. Even the guy that's coming from the right, if he's far enough away and you're like, actually, me getting in this gap in front of him, that guy is not stopping because of me. He may just stop in general, slow down or whatever, but the things I'm doing, I'm not causing anyone else to stop. I think that's a really strong foundation to head into roundabout stuff.
That makes sense, yeah.
Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's like a good milestone. Like,
definitely.
We've done some like good stuff with this stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've had a taste of those kind of bigger roundabouts, getting closer to like rush hour-y kind of times. So, nice.
Yeah, no, that was good. I feel like a bit more like I know where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because prior to this, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to start the car. Like, I don't remember if I know how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. So what would you say would be something that you want to kind of remember going into the next time you drive?
I would say checking like your surroundings as early as possible, and controlling the speed before like anything else, like to make sure that I'm going at a speed that I feel comfortable with, and then if the car wants to go up or down a gear, then deal with it, but don't change the gear because I want to go slower, for example.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. What could be the problem if you did do that? So if you tried, I think I'm going to use first over there, let me change it to it now.
The car would just be going.
Yep. And so do you remember that time when you put it into first?
Yeah.
And then you pulled the clutch up and
stall.
Not that one, where we slowed down loads and you're like, oh, did I bring it up too quick? And I said yes, but also we put it in too quick, so like we should be in second.
Yeah.
And then
so
the car's
just still up here.
Yeah.
With the speed.
Yeah, it's in this
zone.
zone.
Put it into first.
Yeah, and then it shot down into here.
Has to go straight down. Okay, yeah.
Why is that potentially dangerous?
Because if you're all like making an abrupt change to your speed and there's someone behind you, for example, they can't see that I'm going into first, so they don't know that I'm about to slow down. Yep.
If you slowed down with the brake, how does it tell them?
With the brake lights.
Yep. But with a gear change and bring it up, the car could be literally like, imagine the car in front of us. If they just did that, we would have had no time to like react. Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Happy days. Well done. Good job.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah.